You're listening to the Mobcast Network.
Welcome to My Star Wars Life, a look at news, reviews, and other happenings from a galaxy far, far away. Here are your hosts, Scotty and JD.
Hello there. Welcome to Obi Wan Days. I'm your host, your Native American pop culture spirit guide, Scotty, and I'm joined by our Jedi Master,
JD,
and our Jedi Knight, General Kenobi. No, you're not General Kenobi.
I'm a master and I'm not Kenobi. You're not a master, which makes you barely Anakin.
Hey, I'm probably better than Anakin though on that.
Are you?
All right.
I'm definitely not gonna do what he did in this episode.
I mean, I love you, but I don't know if you're the chosen one.
Well, hold on. Well, also, I think Anakin let the chosen one thing get to his head.
Well, I blame Qui-Gon.
Kit Fisto at best. Always,
Hey, he was able to fight.
always smiling and then got one shot by the Emperor.
I mean, Kit Fisto lasted longer than some of the other ones.
Only because they were there first.
You know what? I'll do one better. I will go Kai-Adamunde.
Oh, why
no,
are you
I don't wanna
insulting
be,
the man?
Yeah, why? That's a downgrade.
Why, yeah.
Well, Kai-Adamunde's awesome.
No.
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 Why is he not awesome?
No. He's a dick.
Yeah, he's.
No, his head is shaped like a dick.
Same.
Well, that's because of the two brains and two hearts, but.
Right?
Wait.
So you have two brains and two hearts. Wouldn't that be awesome?
So he's a doctor?
You also get
a TARDIS?
You also
He
get
also has, like, multiple wives. But
Exactly.
you also get like a Tusken Raider as a Padawan.
only in Legends.
That's all. What's
He's condescending. He's a little condescending.
better than Plo Kloon, who just dies in a.
I mean, now you're never getting hired by anybody. If
Yeah,
you're going
Dave
to insult
Filoni's definitely not hiring you now.
Filoni's like, Scotty, I don't know.
You talk crap about Plo Kloon.
Tyka's
you're
like,
gone.
hey, I'd like to hire this guy. He's an indigenous dude.
Hey, and Filoni, wolves suck too.
Whoa.
Can you show that to the camera? There we go.
There it is.
There we go. Shoot. I mean, if I'm going to get
If you're
blacklisted,
gonna make a big face.
if I'm going to get blacklisted, I'm just going to hold down.
I mean, yeah, he doubled down.
He did. He was like, fuck everybody.
Right.
I mean, you gotta be mean to Ahsoka too while you're at it.
Yeah, what you got to say about Ahsoka, huh?
Hair is better.
I mean,
She got better hair tails.
Ooh. Oh,
I don't know if I'm supposed to take that a certain way.
I know, like
You take it any way you want to, son.
Anytime,
'Cause I will.
anytime anybody says they got better head, whatever,
Tails.
it's awkward. She's.
We're a week later, and he's still kind of drunk from that
She's
lemonade.
married-ish.
Well, he's got to refill that lemonade from a week.
So,
Yeah. No, I just have one raspberry left.
we short for a week.
Yeah. It just.
Let me get this.
It was just.
Let me get this green stuff off it and drink my raspberry.
You can.
Yeah. Let's. Yeah. Go ahead.
You can find us on any podcast app. We're on everything. We're on the HoloNet. We're on everything. If we're not on something, email me at mopcastnetwork@gmail.com, and I'll make sure we get on there.
We're not on the side of the bank. We could and be on the side of the bank.
That's illegal.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to jail.
Okay.
I would
Not
not.
a- but
I
we-
would not do good in jail.
We could get away with it if Banksy
I'll
did
protect you somehow.
I don't think
Yeah.
we would do good in jail.
it. No, we probably would.
We're kind of all three of us are kind of too pretty for jail.
Ooh, that you right.
I mean, I'll be like, I'm the next wife. What's up? I'm just whatever. Call me Charlene.
No.
I need to find a Billy Bob.
You'd just be Scotty wife.
Scotty wife. Anyway, before we get canceled for that, we're also on Facebook at facebook.com/MyStarWarsLife, and you can see our smiling faces at youtube.com/MopcastNetwork.
Something goes here.
Anything else?
We are going to. Do you have anything you want to add?
No. I just know that last week we didn't talk about my trip.
Oh, we
We
did.
didn't talk about your trip. Well, hopefully you'll remember now that it's a week removed.
Well, tell us about your trip, young Jedi Knight.
I went to the planet of Batuu.
I'm sorry, someone didn't send me like notes, so they didn't. I didn't make it in my notes.
I went to the planet of Batuu.
You went to Batu. You went to
I went to
Black
Orlando.
Spire.
I went to Orlando Batuu.
The land-
Not Anaheim Batuu.
I think Orlando's the better of the two, right?
I feel like a lot of so I know for the milk, Anaheim has a little bit more options.
Huh?
Yeah. So if you go to the Anaheim one,
Wait,
the
wait.
blue and green milk, they
Did
have.
you just Tim Allen that?
Yeah,
Why does Anaheim have more milk?
so they've got more options where you can do like certain swirl styles that are like. So there's a Mon Calamari specific one that's in Anaheim, and there's another one.
Flan milk?
Ew.
And so, but I didn't get to try.
I need blue milk for my flan flakes.
I did make a I did make a clock app TikTok video about it, but I did not try the blue milk this time or green milk. I was told that it is not worth the $10.
Oh, yeah?
It's worth the $10.
But I did try a Ronto wrap.
I did too. They're fancy.
Ronto wraps are great.
They are fancy hot dogs, but they're good.
Yeah, and they come with like plantain chips,
Yep.
Okay.
Which were good.
which you don't know about unless you lift your thing completely because they're hidden underneath the Ronto wrap.
Yeah, but they are delicious.
Did not get to ride Rise. It was a 300-minute wait.
Wow.
And we did not start in we didn't start in Hollywood Studios. We started in Epcot. Whereas if we'd started in Hollywood Studios, then it might have been worth the wait.
Right.
But we were also trying to ride the new Galaxy Guardians of the Galaxy ride.
Gotcha.
How was that?
That was great. I will officially say this on camera. Guardians of the Galaxy is the best coaster at Disney, hands down.
Wow. Wow.
Splash
Mountain finna be pissed.
That's not a coaster.
Bullshit.
And this is
I
somebody.
never argue with the judge.
This is somebody who like loves Rock and Roller Coaster, which I did get to ride again.
Sorry, you gave me flashback to my twins trying to ride that and freaking the fuck out.
Rock and Roller Coaster is
The fact that it goes
great.
from 0 to whatever it goes to in nothing literally made Beckett never want to ride a roller coaster ever again.
It's like, I'm good.
We went back, and he's a teenager, 13.
Right.
Last October, he was like, no, I'm good. And I'm like, come on, buddy, it's fine.
Hey,
you're,
the fact
you're
that-
5 more years later.
Yeah.
We got in line. We got to where you get on. He said, nope, we're going through that door.
The fact you can leave your glasses on and they won't fly off you forward because you're going so fast.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry,
Yeah.
I derailed.
No.
It's your trip stories.
No. And so, we started in the morning in Epcot. We did a couple rides that weren't Star Wars related. We got our pass, our virtual pass to get on Guardians. We didn't get the morning one. We tried to get the morning one, but it was gone like that. We were told when we got there by the park manager, yeah, you're better off in the afternoon when you're trying to get new rides anyways. Usually you can get those easier. So we got the 1 o'clock one, which means that we rode it around 7 or 8.
Oh, no.
Because you get this long
Right.
list of.
But you didn't have to wait
It's like
there for
it's like
one.
Rise of the Resistance when it first came out. You had to.
But you
we
didn't
have to wait there.
Yeah,
We
okay.
got to.
It's like your
explore
boarding party 43, which
Yeah.
is at 7.
Yeah. So instead we were like, okay, cool, because Sawyer got she got
From Lost?
no.
It's his friend Sawyer.
So her name is Sawyer. She's Sawyerism on TikTok.
Hey, Sawyer.
Are you on Lost?
And so
She's a baby. She probably doesn't understand that reference.
yeah, she's
I have a... Never mind.
like early 20s. Yeah.
Yeah, she don't get that reference.
Can I just tell you how bad it was? Like, sorry, I'm going to aside.
Go ahead.
I'm going to aside. Yesterday, I'm doing the kids' costume contest at our little con, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing it. We have come to a point where kids are so young that when it was time for the awards and I said, are you ready, kids? And only 2 went, aye, Captain. Yeah. It was
But that
horrifying.
show was still on the air.
The rest were like, yeah. No.
That show is still on the air.
They were
There's
like,
no
They're like,
excuse.
yes, Grandpa, we're
yeah,
ready.
2 were like, aye, Captain. I was like, okay, you 2 win. Fuck it. No, but can I
One kid
gonna-
was dressed up in a costume, but it was mostly a poster
I'm-
that said costume. And he's like, I don't care, that kid wins.
I have to own up to my creepiness that I made yesterday.
Are you sure you want to announce this on this
Oh,
show?
no, because it was mid-microphone. I'm realizing what I'm saying and then trying to course correct.
Will this prevent you from being hired by Taika from last week?
No, because I made it hopefully funny and understand that I wasn't intending. So it was time for the awards. So I get back on the microphone. I'm like, hey, kids, who wants an award? Come find me. Oh my God, that was horrible to say out loud. Like I just like it was so bad.
Yeah,
because they knew where I was. I was over by the awards table,
Right.
and I was like, "Never mind. I don't know what I'm saying. All right, guys, let's have an awards show." La 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 la.
Would you like free candy and a puppy?
Right,
Come to the
and
van.
our two special guests behind me are like, "Bro," and I'm like, "I don't know what I'm doing." It was funny.
Coming back to the store.
It was a good time.
Yeah. So we went. We moved over to a Hollywood studio because Sawyer managed to get us Oga's.
From Lost, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So she managed to get us Oga's Cantina, which I've heard is very hard to reserve. And so we had a reservation for about 6, but we kept getting earlier reservations because she kept looking on the app and finding earlier ones. And
Sawyer's smart about this stuff.
Yeah,
Right?
that's why I'm glad she was there to lead me because I have not been to Disney in about 15 plus years.
Oh yeah.
So this was I'm back at Disney. I'm gonna let her guide me, like, because every time she'd be like, "What do you want to do?" I'm like, "You're guiding me."
Fair. And smart.
And so
She cute?
Yeah, that's what I see. I wasn't going to say that, but is she?
she is taken by somebody else.
We
not
can
what
fix
we
that.
asked.
We
No,
can
no,
fix
no.
that.
Not what we asked.
I mean, is it like
No, and I'm
is it like legal? Sawyer's never gonna watch the show anyway.
Well, she might.
How do you mean legal?
Like with a ring on it.
Oh.
No.
I was like,
Sorry, Brian and Sawyer. It's okay that I said that. but
from
we know.
Lost?
Is there a Brian on Lost?
Is there Brian?
All I can think of is Brian.
Did you say Brian?
Yeah.
Hey Brian from Lost.
No, it's Brian from Fast and the Furious.
It's all about family.
And so we got in line to do, like I said, one of my childhood favorites, Rock and Roller Coaster.
Sure.
And then she was like, "Oh, we got Oga's now in like 10 minutes, so let's just walk over there now." So we started walking over there. We checked out the shop. She checked us in, and then while we were waiting to get her phone call to actually go in, we checked out the Doc Ondars.
Can I say how disappointed I am right now
Yeah.
about what Caleb just said?
Sure.
Rock and Roller Coaster from his childhood, right?
One of my childhood favorites.
Can I tell you how much that hurts me that he's saying that?
Yeah, please let us know.
In 1996, when I worked at Disney, they just broke ground to build Rock and Roller Coaster when I was in college.
But-
from his childhood.
But Caleb's an infant. We knew this. We're hiring him in.
But I'm just
I mean-
saying, when it gets smacked in your face like that, like a fish.
I mean, look,
Well, but I didn't mean to do that.
You were with me when like the bundle was knocked down on our door. We opened up and like, oh look, we can make him a Jedi Knight and a producer, and we raised him as our own. His mom's gonna hate me
No,
because she does listen.
That's
so.
not true because he likes everything.
We ain't got him to the part where
That's his rebellion.
I liked everything too until a certain age.
That's
and then
his
Kim
rebellion phase. He's like, I liked Resistance.
It's-
Bitch, you're no son of ours.
Get out of this house! No, be gone, you beast!
No, we've discussed my opinions on Resistance. I only think season 2 is where it gets.
And I'm like, there's a season 2.
Season 2 is where it finds its foot. I think.
And then chops
It doesn't
it
find
off.
its footing. It
finds
only
its
finds
just-
a foot.
Look, I have a
And then that foot is gangrenous.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was not given a season 3 where I think it would have found footing. But
I'm seeing things.
but yeah, so
Awesome.
so we did while we were there. I had a which one did I have? I forget which drink I had.
I had the Bestman Fizz.
Oh, that's what I had.
The carbonite
Bestman Fizz.
thing is kind of fun.
Bestman Fizz.
'Cause it bubble. It's got dry ice and some.
And then she had whichever one gives you an indoor an Ewok cup.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it moving?
It's moving. You're using the Force.
What the shit?
You are a Jedi.
Right, but out of the corner of my eye, I'm freaking out because I'm a little tipsy. So I'm like, oh my God.
Dude, we just gave you booze, not shrooms.
There's our clip.
That's a clip.
There's our clip.
From this week. Our Jedi Master.
Yeah. So yeah, I had the Bestman Fizz. She has whichever one gets you the Ewok cup because there's one that gets you an Ewok cup for $45.
Leia's blood. I don't know.
Yeah, it's $45, and that was ridiculous.
She got that TikTok money.
No,
She got that TikTok
even
money.
even we were discussing. We're like, do you tip for the cup? No, you just tip for the drink.
Just tell them bright suns and move on.
I was happy with the $78, thermal detonator cups.
I almost.
Like,
so
I didn't
was,
need an Ewok cup.
I was
paid
this.
enough
I was
for-
this close to getting a holocron
Really?
when we went to Doc Ondars. But I was like, nah, I can wait because the crystal they give you for the holocron anyways is what you put in your lightsaber.
If it was easier to get, I would pull out the Calicori that I bought.
Yeah.
The cool thing about that too is when you're there, they're gonna like, you want us to ship it to you? I'm like, yes. I'll pay the extra to ship it to my house, so I don't have to carry this around. All
Yeah,
night.
and
Right.
then there's like there was some really cool statue art. I like the statue art. They had a Snoke there that was, I think, new.
Cool.
We don't know if it was for sale, but they had the melted helmet of Darth Vader, and it was like this big.
Nice.
And so we rode Millennium Falcon. We did single rider.
Cool.
So I was engineer, because when you're
Nice.
single rider, you're stuck as engineer.
Yeah.
We managed to get the first capture of the what's it called? The stuff from Solo,
The coaxium.
coaxium. Yeah.
Nice.
So we got the people I was riding with. We managed to get the first capture of it, which I hear that's most people. You get the first one, and then the second one tends to be the harder one to get.
I've got them all.
Cool.
But I'm always the pilot. One of the
Oh
other.
yeah, there you go. Well, when we go together, we can group up, and it'll be better.
I am not a good pilot
Oh, I am. I'll take Han or Chewie.
because I kept overcorrecting. You can't. It's not subtle.
No,
you have to go bam,
it's
bam,
very,
bam.
it's very, yeah.
Because I'm trying to
Like,
subtly
I can
I'm trying to top that dun, 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 through the things, and it's like nope,
No.
wham, wham, wham.
And I can tell from
Yeah, it's
watching.
definitely not Top Gun.
No. Or Top Gun Maverick, which I heard has a trench run.
I've heard it's amazing.
I heard
It's
it's
good,
good.
too.
I've heard it's amazing
So-
too. But I've heard it's basically what you would imagine an X-wing
I
film
still
should
need to
be.
see Top Gun.
Which is why I want Top Gun in space.
Yeah.
Taika, hire me.
Well, Patty's working
That's
on
what-
Rogue Squadron.
Okay, Patty, also hire me. I'll do both.
You
I'll
could
put on
be-
makeup.
You could be Porkins Jr.
It's fine. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can handle it.
Yeah.
Porkins' brother.
Yeah, Porkins' brother.
Also Porkins.
Yeah.
His first name is also. His last name is Porkins. also Porkins.
Also Porkins. And then
Because they're like, their parents are unoriginal. Like, we have two babies.
yeah.
Jack and also Porkins.
Yeah. And then so then after we did Falcon run, we did the Falcon Smugglers run. We went ahead, stopped by the restaurant, got some Ronto wraps, did some shopping at the market because we had a friend that because they just dropped a Leia, because they had the dolls, so they just dropped a Leia doll, and one of our mutuals on TikTok, she wanted that, so we were like, oh, let's go ahead and pick that up. And it was at that shop I got Jar Jar for my dad because he likes Jar Jar.
Someone has to.
I like Jar Jar to a degree, but I also grew.
See?
I was the demographic for that. So
True,
like,
I don't hate Jar Jar. I've said that many times on the show.
there are other issues with Jar Jar, but they're not character issues. They
Always
are.
comes back to Jar Jar.
Yeah.
Which proves my point.
There are other issues with
Out.
Jar Jar that exists, and it's
We don't have too many banned
Yeah.
topics on this show. This was one of them.
yeah. And then got the Princess Leia from my mom because I gave my mom the choice of Leia or Rey, and she was like, "Oh yeah, the Leia."
Cool.
Oh, nice.
And then I got a Sabacc deck because it was at that shop.
Yep. I remember that shop.
Yeah.
Assuming we have the same deck.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, we do probably. It's got
Just, I mean,
like
it
the
comes-
Toydarian on the front.
It's,
and-
I don't know, it comes in a little thing like that
yeah,
big.
Yeah, and it comes with has the instructions and everything. Tells you the winning hands. So that, and after that we went back to Epcot, got on Guardians because about that time it was time to get on Guardians.
Sweet.
My phone died, so thankfully she got pictures of the Guardians ride for me that I was able to use for my TikTok video, and I can always send you some of the footage.
Please. Put in the episode.
Yeah, we can pop that up. And
Oh,
They're moving the tables back
yeah.
out.
And so we got to ride that, and like I said, one of the best coasters in my opinion.
Cool.
You get to, I don't know how much I can talk about it. I guess since it's out, nobody cares, but you deal with the, I don't care do people care about spoilers for the ride? Because it's
Which one?
the Guardians.
Probably because it's new.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
deal
And
with
then-
some things.
Yeah, there's some things. You get all the, this is kind of not too spoilery, you get all the actors from the film.
Yeah,
Nice.
I've expected that.
Yeah. And there's some other appearances that are surprises and fun surprises.
Cool.
And then you get to go backwards.
Nice.
Cool.
So
Well, I'm glad you had a good time.
Yeah.
I look forward to going
yeah,
back.
and we are, because we discussed it while I was there. We're going together.
Yeah, we're going together.
We're going to go
We'll probably all three go.
because
Sure.
because I need to explore the rest. I said this with Sawyer, and I will say this again. I want to just explore Batuu /
Yeah, what I didn't do.
Like, I want a day just to.
What I didn't do when I went was get the apps to do the QR codes and do all that force stuff.
And of course, the bounty hunter thing wasn't there yet because that's not out yet.
Right.
So I can't do that.
But I'm telling you, I got our Rosetta Stone. We'll read everything we need to.
All the Arabish.
All the Arabish.
So yeah, and I want to. I would just spend a day there at Galaxy's Edge.
I only ask that we go in October through like
where it's a
April.
little bit cooler.
I want to do it in October because I want to do Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's when I went last year,
Yeah.
and it wasn't horrible. It was still
it's
pretty hot
not
during
too
the day.
crowded, potentially not too hot. Because it's Orlando, it's going to be rainy. Because we did get rained out a couple times.
Yeah, no big deal.
But it's Orlando.
You guys ready for Obi-Wan Part
Yes.
5?
1-5.
Obi-Wan Part 5.
One of the best examples of a penultimate episode.
I agree. Hey, this has everybody from the other ones in this. There's nobody new.
And even Hayden.
Kumal and Jimmy Smith pop up. Everyone else, if you heard an episode, they've been in it. There's nobody new. Summary. Flashback. Yeah. Back in the day when Obi-Wan was young and Anakin was not an angry robot boy, the two get some saber practice in, and Anakin is really wanting to win. Cut to Vader on the bridge of the Devastator as the third sister comes in. Vader has no time for BS, demands to know where Kenobi is. She tells him, Jabim, and then he promotes her. Welcome to Leveling Up, Grand Inquisitor. Here's the key to the executive bathroom. Roken's transport lands in Jabim, and it lands at the path base. I wrote lands twice. I don't know why I did that. Our heroes step off, and Ben sees Hija Estri, who was, after running in with a third sister, is now wanted by the Empire. Plus, he sees an opportunity here. He's a businessman, after all. Now we got to get little Leia to Alderaan, but Roken points out there's a ton of people that also have to get out, and they miss the trade route they used because of the whole rescue the princess thing. Ben promises to help. They'll figure it out. Back on the Devastator, Vader orders Reva to lock down the base, and she's all like, they can hold out for several days, but Vader has no plans to break them. Reva uses Lola to slice into the electrical system, sealing the hangar roof. Well, that's a problem if you need to escape. Flashback. More of the duel in the past between Obi-Wan and Anakin, who believe that mercy does not defeat an enemy, and Obi-Wan reminds Anakin this is the why he's going to lose. Cut to the Empire's landing. And the Path Defenders are trying to seal the remaining entrances. Stormtroopers and Purge Troopers show up and are joined by Reva outside the sealed main door. They use heavy guns to try to punch through. Roken can't get the hangar door open, and it suggests that he should go in the vent and fix it. But he's too big, and Leia orders him to get her a ladder because she's got this. Ben gets Haja to watch her, who declares that he isn't a babysitter. Dude, you're totally a babysitter.
Right.
Ben gets a message from Bale, who is worried that he hasn't heard from him. If he doesn't hear from him soon, he's going to Tatooine to help Owen with Luke. Vader can't find out about the children. Tala shows up and asks him what's up, and Ben's like, nothing! And then she talks about how she helped kill a bunch of Force-sensitive people, including kids, and that's why she's not an Imperial anymore. Sad backstory. The door isn't going to hold, so Ben wants to talk to Reva. And during the ceasefire, Ben finds out that she was a youngling during Order 66, and she witnessed Anakin killing everyone, and she played dead. And now she's plotting to kill Vader, using his lust to find Obi-Wan to blind him. Ben offers to help, but Reva's not having, saying she can do this by herself. She then thrusts her saber into the door. Ben uses the Force to knock her back, and he escapes. The door is opened, and the stormtroopers come through the breach. Obi-Wan and the Defenders put up a good fight, but are driven back. Tala is wounded, and she and Ned B hold out troopers long enough so she can use a thermal detonator and blow herself up to give the others a chance. Leia is still trying to open the hangar roof. Leia finds the device Rhea put on Lola and removes it. And now Lola helps her find the right thing to open up the hangar.
Which was a 1970s stereo plug.
Right. Anyway. Star Wars. I'm just like, suspension of disbelief. She was under a coat.
It was great. No, I loved it because it was very New Hope-y.
I have problems with it. But just from a writing standpoint.
Okay.
Back to the flashback, Obi-Wan and Anakin spar, and Obi-Wan outsmarts Anakin and defeats him, reminding him that his need to win will be his undoing, and until he doesn't need to prove himself, and he learns that he'll always be a Padawan. Vader lands. Cut to Vader's land and is going to get Obi-Wan, but he's already escaped because, of course, he has. And when Vader finds the ship, it launches, but then the Dark Lord of the Sith pulls a Star Killer, catches the ship, and crushes it to the ground, and pulls the side of the hull off. But while this goes on, the sister ship escapes. But take that, Vader! Decoy, bitches!
Yep.
Vader just watched the ship fly and broods, because that's what
It's
Vader
Vader.
does. And this is a perfect time for Reva to get her chance to stab Vader. But nope, that doesn't happen. Vader is a master of the dark side and just embarrasses her.
It was beautiful.
She can't hit him. He takes her saber and breaks it in half, hands her one to duel because he's not going to waste his blade on her. He finally defeats and stabs her. Also, the Grand Inquisitor shows up and is like, "I'm not dead, bitches. Also, we're going to leave you here to die." As Reva is trying not to die from her lightsaber wound that totally killed Qui-Gon.
But not the Grand Inquisitor.
But not the Grand Inquisitor.
Or Reva the first time.
Right.
Yeah.
She finds the message that Bail sent Obi-Wan thanks to Haja dropping it. Ben's communicator, dropping Ben's communicator as he fled. The message is garbled, but it has enough that Reva might find useful if she survives. She's going to survive. The surviving Path Defenders are limping away from the Empire with a broken hyperdrive, and Ben feels a disturbance in the Force as we leave on Tatooine with an image of Luke peacefully sleeping in his bed. On to Episode 6.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh
Woohoo.
boy. One of the fun facts. We got 6. Hold on, let me recount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 Legends characters named in the path listing that we see in Orabesh.
Oh, yeah?
2 of which are characters that, and I'm not surprised that these became canon. These are from the webcomic that Pablo Hidalgo wrote. 2 of them from the Evasive Action webcomic series.
Right.
From hyperspace, back when you had to pay for hyperspace, and therefore now it's lost media, in my opinion.
Mm.
Got some characters from Galaxy Guides. We got some characters from the Order 66 Imperial Commando books, Republic Commando books, Clone Wars books, Darksaber and Planet of Twilight. Got a character from Star Wars Galaxies MMO.
Nice. That's a pull. That was a pull.
Yeah. Also, Corrin from
Corn Horn.
Corrin and his
Oh, really?
and his mom are in the background from previous episode.
There's a scene where her and Leia, him and Leia together, and so it's a.
Because remember in the previous episode, him and his mom.
Is it Michael
appeared.
Stackpole?
No, we didn't talk about that.
Oh, we didn't because we didn't bring it up because back then it wasn't confirmed yet. But so in the episode when they're on what's the milk planet?
Jabim?
No.
The milk planet?
Dayu, where all the signs are milk in
Oh,
Arabic.
okay.
Remember that he's like, oh, I'll get you off-world to Corellia.
Yeah.
That's Corn Horns?
That's Corrin
And his
Horn
mom.
as a kid and his mom.
Or Corn. They don't say
Corn,
Corn. But
yeah.
They,
So not confirmed that it's Corrin
Is it-
Horn,
is it-
but everybody is kind of because in the credits it says Corrin, and so
Is-
everybody is on this train of this is canon Corrin Horn because he was
Stackpole-
going to Corellia, and we've talked to Stackpole this year.
Stackpole created him, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I saw on his Twitter, he says, this is the first time Leia meets Corn, and showed a picture of it. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, and so in this episode, he's in the background because obviously, since they were being transported to Corellia by the path, because
Yeah.
So I see that as future groundwork for Corn Horn.
and
Yeah.
for that Patty Jenkins Rogue Squadron film we talked about.
Yes. I want to be in that, too.
He wants to be Corn Horn.
No, I don't think I pull off Corn Horn.
He also
I
wants
think
to,
you could pull it off.
He just wants to be also Porkins.
I don't want to be Porkins.
No, you want to be also Porkins.
No, I don't.
I think you pull.
I
think,
will be.
Yeah,
but,
He will be also Porkins.
but I don't want to have to go to conventions for the next 30 years and be like, yeah, I'm Porkins.
No, I am
that-
also Porkins.
Also going to conventions is the best part.
Not
I'm
if you're
gonna have.
Porkins.
I'm
It
gonna have,
doesn't matter who you
I'm
are.
gonna
That's
have
the best
art
part.
made of you as also Porkins,
Oh,
and
that's
we'll make
horrifying.
buttons. It'd be great. We'll do T-shirts.
Ugh.
But no, I think you could pull off Corn Horn.
Jack Porkins is a hero.
Yeah, he died
Jack
a hero.
Porkins couldn't pull up.
He got shot in the back. I wouldn't be able to pull up either.
Yeah, He did his best. If it
Check-
wasn't for him,
Check
if it wasn't
Perkins
for
is a
him,
hero.
Luke wouldn't have been able to make that shot.
All right, Jack Porkins is a hero.
But yeah,
If
so
I
we
had
got
a hat, I would take it off for him.
so we got a few, we got a few surprise appearances. Unfortunately, Ilaria Sand and Oberyn Martell will never meet.
Right. Because she is in Fuego.
She is a Fuego.
The best droid ever
The
is
best
dead.
boy. The bestest droid.
Ned B. Rip.
I think just make him Ned B2.
I know, but
Ned C.
I see because I like the
Ned F.
Yes.
because
For
I like
Flanders.
because I like the
Beeply,
night
beeply.
yeah.
Beeply beeply.
Yeah, because I like the Knights of the Old Republic comic books, I have a soft spot for loader droids because one of the main characters in the Knights of the Republic comic is a loader droid who they give the ability to talk.
Okay.
So, because you can just, customize that later. But, of course, because it's the Empire and they don't care,
Right.
they're not going to
I
do
want
that.
my Lord Droid to be a sassy black woman.
So I alluded last episode about how this episode to me makes Obi-Wan stronger.
Yeah.
Not through his actions, but through Vader's.
Yeah.
So Reva's like, I'm gonna kill you, zoom, 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 and Vader just is like, nope, 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 nope. Right, he's basically force pushing
Right.
her swings. So you look back
Which was
at
dope as hell.
it was amazing. It shows just why Vader should be feared as much as he is. I mean, we get it at the end of Rogue One, but this is a little earlier than that. So,
Yeah.
but who matches him force push on Mustafar?
Yep.
Right, like
Right.
they're and they are as strong as each other.
I would dare say that he's stronger because he's got all his limbs.
But he's also not. He's
Yeah.
been inactive for 10 years.
Right.
So
But I'm just saying.
yeah.
But like the fact that in the past Obi-Wan has been able to go force push, not fall for the zoom, zoom, zoom. He makes Anakin use his blade. Now we'll see what happens on Wednesday.
Yeah,
but
because this next episode is going to be the official big WWE
but
rematch.
I'm also a little scared.
Wednesday.
I'm a little scared that they don't technically have to fight now.
Why?
Because the whole reason, my justification for them having to fight again, I think they will. I'm worried they don't have to.
They don't have to, but
which
they're
means
going
Filoni could throw us a curveball.
Well,
But it's not him.
he's not his show.
Well, but okay,
Not involved.
but probably a little.
I think he's a producer.
But
of some
anyway.
sort,
No,
but
no, his name listed.
Really?
So the reason they had to fight again is because the last time they fought, Obi-Wan gets his ass kicked. And the first thing when last we met, I was but a learner. Now I am the master, right? Well, in episode 5, during those flashbacks, if you don't overcome this, you'll always be a Padawan.
yeah, that line.
And
is there,
so,
yeah.
and then literally it flashes forward or ends the flashback to, haha, fooled you. You killed this ship, but there we go.
Yep.
Right? It could be in Vader's brain. Oh shit, I'm still a Padawan. Oh no!
They're giving us the fight.
So in the
Yeah, they're
next
gonna give it. I'll
9
put money on
years,
it.
I think they will. But that small worry is that they don't have to now because
No.
they can explain it away with, it took me 9 more years, but I learned patience. You came to me,
Yeah.
didn't you? Right?
So-
I
yeah.
mean, that's just what I'm worried because that can give us the justification for
yeah.
the line,
So I want to go ahead and jump
which is
off.
an important line.
I want to go ahead and jump off Patience because I did tease it last episode. This episode is kind of the antithesis to a lot of people who have been complaining up to this point about Obi-Wan.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of the complaints I've seen is, where are the Clone Wars flashbacks? Where are da-da-da-da-da? This episode provided them, but I think they wouldn't have been as good as they are in this episode without the lead-up that we had.
They're not even Clone Wars flashbacks.
They're not even Clone Wars. They're
They're like
pre-Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, pre-episode 2 flashbacks.
Yeah, he still had a braid.
But yeah,
so-
and because people were complaining, where's the flashbacks? Why aren't we getting Vader being
None of that
this-
was promised.
No,
So why are you complaining about something that's not promised?
I agree. But
my complaints about Book of Boba Fett were things that they alluded to and
Yeah.
never happened.
Like
And
it
so-
being about Boba Fett?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and while I enjoyed the show more, I agree on that complaint. And I do think, I think this episode, ironically, is teaching the lessons of patience not just to Anakin, but also to the
But
fans.
to all the bitching fans.
Yeah, but they're not going to learn it.
But they're not gonna learn it. No.
Because it's rotten. Like audience score on Rotten Tomatoes is pretty rough.
Yeah.
Because it's been bombed. But then and the thing, look, this is all that fandom wanted. All they wanted.
They wanted Easter eggs.
No,
and
run 6 episodes of Clone Wars flashbacks, Vader and Obi-Wan fighting for 6 episodes.
And also, if you were Star Wars Theory, Vader killing younglings.
Yeah, sure. Well, we got kind of that,
But once again, because he made a whole tweet, he got crapped on for it.
but the two right.
He got what he wanted though this episode.
The two things that they want Clone Wars flashbacks, because that's all I heard them bitch about on Twitter.
Yep.
And then they want a 6-episode Obi-Wan Vader duel.
Yeah.
Which is not a show.
No,
Right.
it's the same people that want just the Rogue One Vader in the hallway scene for a whole movie.
Yeah.
Which
that's
was
not-
added on.
Yeah.
Not in the script.
Right.
They put it in editing because they're like, we need something here. And they shot it in like 2 days.
Yeah,
They went
and
to
that's the
KK
other-
and said, can we have some more money? And she's like, have some more money, boys. Have fun.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like these same fans are like, see, we complained and now we got it. It's like, no, it was already made. If you had just, I talked about this off screen with the girls.
Sawyer.
No, with
Lost?
with Justina and Stephanie. And I said, I think the biggest problem, and it's something that also the TikTok Star Wars sphere has discussed, binge watching has ruined television to a degree. Because it's ruined media literacy, really. People expect everything all at once to be spoon-fed to them in the first episode. They want all the answers now on a show that's on a weekly basis. But you don't get all the episodes all at once because they're like, why is Reva acting this way? Why is Obi-Wan da-da-da-da-da? Why aren't we getting flashbacks? It's gonna get there. It's gonna get there. You gotta let it lead up to there because that's how television works.
People need to learn to trust the process.
Now when all 6 episodes are out and you still have complaints,
Right.
go ahead and talk about them. That's the perfect time to say
It's like watching a movie I've seen 300 times with a toddler.
So
Why are they going in that room? You'll see. Why did they say this? You'll see. Why did they just shut up and watch the movie?
So devil's advocate though.
Sure.
No.
Great movie.
Yeah, go for it.
It's an okay movie. We'll do it on the podcast, and you'll all have to
Okay.
come in.
I'm just saying.
Because I kept thinking after he's had this one drink, I'm like, I kind of need to get him and Stephanie together drunk.
Pacino in that movie is amazing.
Keanu
It's
is
all-
also great.
Nah.
He's off the. I think Charlize Theron's the best. Out
Yeah,
of all.
absolutely.
no.
I think she's acting her ass off.
I
in
think
it.
she's always the best in
yeah,
whatever
she-
movie
That's
she's
what
in.
she's in.
She's acting her ass off in the movie. Like Pacino's just crazy,
Yeah.
Well, no, but he's crazy evil.
and
Yeah.
like
Which is
I don't-
different Pacino.
And I know that Keanu thinks that's a Louisiana accent, but
Yeah, I don't know what that
that
is.
is not. But that's for another podcast
Yeah.
that we do.
It's my time now. Anyway. Hooah.
Where was I? Devil's advocate.
Devil's advocate for people that.
Seeing all that 6 episodes of Book of Boba Fett, it doesn't work.
And once
Sure.
again, that's why I'm saying.
Not saying it's not okay to be
No.
burnt.
And it wasn't working. Like after
I'm not saying that.
and after
you're-
the second episode, it wasn't working anyway.
No, and I'm not saying you're wrong for still feeling that way.
Right.
And I would never tell anybody you're wrong for not liking.
You're
a
allowed to
product.
feel how you feel.
Oh,
Yes.
I don't know. We've said people felt wrong lots of times on the show.
No. But
Pre-Caleb
well,
too.
I guess the
Trust
issue.
your
I guess the real
feelings.
issue. Okay. There is a right and wrong way to feel wrong about something, but it comes down to what are your reasons for not liking something. Your reasons are absolutely valid.
My reasons for not liking certain Star Wars project comes down to the same thing always: the writing.
And it's absolutely valid. I disagree, but I also will not tell you you're wrong because that's just how that works.
I feel like Caleb's like,
I'm
let me
this is
explain.
my- this
No,
is
wait,
my-
there is too much. Let me sum up.
This is the
Humperdinck
hill
is
he
marrying
dies
Buttercup in little less than half an hour.
This is the hill he dies on.
Yeah, and so, but like, and so I agree. If you have legitimate excuses for why you are not liking the show, like if it's something like the writing or something that just doesn't fit for you, absolutely fine. But that's not what these people want.
No, they're like, we don't need a black girl on the show. We don't need a girl. Girls are terrible. They're icky.
Yeah.
Unless they're sex objects. And
Yeah.
and I'm calling and like hey, I understand you feel that way. It's wrong to feel that way.
Yeah.
Grow up.
And so, like that, those are not excuses to dislike something. In my
No. It is not excuses to like it. Not even anybody's opinion. There is a right and wrong.
Yeah.
Like, look, cannibalism. may be tasty, but no, I'll never know because it's wrong.
Yeah. And so
It may taste like
yeah.
motherfucking pumpkin pie,
I mean-
but I'll never know.
I mean,
I'll never
there-
eat
there's a
dirty
re- I
motherfucker.
mean-
Right.
there's a reason that Star Wars PR has changed and why they've gotten new people and why they're shooting.
Man, Star Wars PR is like that Star Wars Twitter is amazing.
There are so we also in the Star Wars TikTok we think it's somebody we know because they've been shouting out a lot of Star Wars TikTok people we know,
That's cool.
and so we think it might be somebody we know who
my-
can't say anything because NDAs.
My favorite thing was recently was someone was talking about transgender people,
Yeah.
and then like Star Wars has become too political, and they said
Shoot back.
and they shoot back with. Trans people have a right to exist. Also, wars is literally in our name.
That and my favorite is like, what? It's gone too far left, and it's what is the next going to be doing? Taxation without representation.
The prequels.
And then it's the first scroll of the Phantom Menace. It's like the first paragraph. Yeah, they've been on point.
Like,
So whoever they've got,
God love you. Stay there
whoever-
forever.
Yeah,
That's the
whoever
smartest
it
move.
is, if I know you, congrats.
Because it was like
And if I don't, either way.
I think they looked at Wendy's and like, which is a good Twitter. Wendy's Twitter
Yeah,
is
it's
on
amazing.
Point. They're like, there's a way that we can troll these people because we have to.
Yeah.
That's how we win. We troll them back, and they troll them very well.
It's how you win the culture war, which doesn't exist. It's just a thing, but
But it's how you get the Gen Z and
Right.
Yeah.
That's how you get them.
yeah, which is
Which
where
is
the money's going.
which they're already not. The majority of them aren't racist, sexist bigots.
Right.
That's
Exactly.
older people.
You
Right.
just I think honestly, because we were talking about this a few weeks ago, how I was getting exhausted with as I've dubbed them, the sludge people of the Star Wars fandom, the toxic fans.
Yeah.
And I think Star Wars I think Lucasfilm has come to a point where they said, you know what, we're just going to cut our losses, get rid of those fans. We're going to call them out, and if they don't want to be fans anymore, fine.
Fine, we'll get other fans.
And so I think we're heading that way.
Like even the bad Star Wars, what I consider the bad Star
Yeah.
Wars. I have disavowed Star Wars, and I don't think Star Wars has like ultimately changed the game or anything. I'm just like, it's entertaining,
Yeah.
you know.
So Stephanie responded.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Because I'd said thank you.
Yeah.
And I said I may be a bit tipsy because I'm a lightweight. She was like, in your defense, there was a lot of alcohol in that.
That's a lot of vodka.
Yeah, there's a lot.
of vodka, a lot of champagne in that.
Yeah.
Like you should see the episode where she just pours like this is she pours the whole bottle of champagne in the pitcher, and then she just kind of eyeballs how much lots of vodka
Yeah.
goes in there.
Okay.
But yeah, I think Lucasfilm, Star Wars, Disney as a whole has said we're disavowing it. We're done. If you don't want to like our products anyways, why should we?
We're Disney. I don't care if you like what we do anymore because we are going to continue doing it and we're going to have an audience.
We're gonna keep making money.
I also
Yeah.
like I hate to go to the rivals, but I also like how Paramount is with Star Trek. Star Trek's like we don't want you either.
Yeah. Dude, even Anson Mount's like,
Right? We
Yeah.
no, we don't want you either. And like, I mean, I love Strange New Worlds. It is
Yeah.
like it is quickly becoming my favorite Star Trek. Have you seen it yet?
Not yet.
It's dope as hell.
Yeah. Once again, it's on my list.
It's seriously it's like TOS but updated, and it's the writing is amazing and all the characters are great, and
Cool.
there's a couple of people you know Spock and Uhura's in it, and it's just the first adventures of the USS Enterprise, and
Yeah.
I'm here for it. I'm absolutely here for it. I'm caught up. The last episode had a I think Jesse James. I can't think of her last name, but she's transgender.
Yeah.
and she played this awesome space pirate. Like I'm like I want to see more of her. I
Okay.
love it.
Nice.
I love the opportunities for people. And again, I tweeted her. I said, "Man, you're just amazing in this," because she's just like she mild spoiler, but you won't get to watch for by the time you won't remember.
you're right.
But she she's like. She plays that double agent kind of thing. She's like, oh, I'm helpless, and then she's just whooping the ass. I'm like, fucking A.
Nice.
Fucking A space. I like Star Trek when they have space pirates. I love space pirates.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I'm all
a good movie,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm like, Ice Pirates.
yeah.
Yeah, what was the other one that came out at the same time? Time Bandits.
Oh yeah.
Time
Time
Bandits.
Bandits is good too. Yeah.
Ice Pirates is funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't call it good, but it's funny.
Oh, no. But it's got space herpes, so
It
we're
does-
good.
and the weird time travel to the
Yeah.
But I guess to bring it back to Star Wars.
Do we
Meh.
have to?
I mean, eventually we have to. It's a Star Wars
Alternatively,
show.
dinner time?
We have to at least talk Obi Wan.
Yeah.
We talked about Obi-Wan.
You know.
I mean,
I
no,
give
I guess
also-
we've talked about
so,
Vader. And
yeah. So
kids
I know.
fixing problems.
So I know we immediately texted each other because I watched it live.
You watched it like you text like
Yeah, I watched
got
it
up,
when it aired.
I got up like 3 a.m. to get to go to the bathroom and get a drink of water,
yeah.
and I got a text from Caleb like, you watched it, and I'm like, bro, 6 o'clock. I'll see it at 6.
Yeah, because I was watching it live with my friends on TikTok. They also do YouTube, and they did a live watching of it because they do the live watching of it, and so I watched it with them, and so one of the things we talked about afterwards, once you got a chance to watch it, was the digital effect, which I don't think they did any for the flashback. I don't think they did any digital effect.
I don't know. Anakin looked like he had a little work.
I don't know. He also looked 40.
Yeah, right. It didn't look like.
He had some crow's feet. You can erase those.
Yeah.
I'll put it this way: if they didn't do it, maybe they should have thought about doing
Yeah.
something.
I think they did makeup at
Obi-Wan
most.
looked younger.
Obi-Wan looked younger, but I think it was
But
some
here's-
slight makeup and a wig.
But here's the thing: Ewan was an adult when he made that movie, and
Anakin was
Hayden
was
is
like 19, 20.
20, so he hasn't
Yeah.
fully grown into his face yet,
Yeah.
and so it's easier with Ewan.
Yeah.
And so I get it, but also like you made a Luke Skywalker, you also make Darth Vader talk like
Yeah.
James Earl Jones. Can't you just remove some crow's feet?
But also going back to, nitpicks and complaints. At the end of the day, I was happy they gave it to us.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so
yeah,
I'm not
I
even
wasn't-
going to
I wasn't mad.
I'm not going to complain about
I mean,
it.
I wasn't mad. I went, old Padawan. You old ass Padawan. All right, let's go.
He's
Right?
like, you'll never graduate.
I commented this on a friend's podcast. I said, at the end of the day, nitpicks are
you
only
cheating on
as,
us? I'm kidding.
at the end of the day, nitpicks are only as big as you allow them to be.
Bad night.
Nitpicks are only as big as you allow them
Hit
to
him
be.
back, be like
if
Bad
you,
Master.
If you find the nitpick to be something that ruins the show, that's on you. That's
Yeah.
not the nitpick.
He can try to throw it
I did
back.
like how that scene opened up with him looking at Padme's apartment.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's
Oh
like-
yeah. Which
Yeah,
which
he's just straight
he
up
also
running.
this
He's
is
like,
also
I'm gonna be banging that after this.
Yeah, also
That's-
he's not, because in hindsight you remember, oh, this is pre-episode 2, which means he hasn't seen Padme yet in 10 years.
Yeah, because he still got dangly.
Yeah, because in Attack of the Clones, it's the first time they run into
Who's
each other
got
again.
Dangly in Attack of the Clones?
Right. That's
Yeah.
but
But
I don't think she's shown up yet.
No, because and she might be living there, but Anakin hasn't seen her like face to face. They haven't talked in 10 years.
Now it's creepier because it's like now maybe he's stalking her.
Yeah.
Right.
I know where she lives.
Now you're 20 years older. Womp womp.
Womp womp.
I'm legal now.
Anybody that
Anakin, you've grown.
Anybody that gets upset, honestly, that's a weird conversation on TikTok also, where people try to say that Natalie Portman was older than she was during the filming of Phantom Menace, and it's like, no.
No, she was like in high school.
She was 16.
Yeah, she was in high school.
Her mom had to be on set with her.
Yeah.
And because she's talked about that.
Her and Keira Knightley.
Yeah.
Like my favorite thing about those two though, they kept Keira Knightley. They made her
Their moms would confuse them.
who they looked so much alike.
And then also anybody who forgets how old Padme is supposed to be in that film, there's Weird Al's song for you. That's how I always remembered. He's 9 and she's 14. Yeah. But he's gonna marry her someday.
It's not that big of an age difference.
Yeah, it's not a big age difference. So anybody that gets that way, you obviously either are not a fan of Weird Al or you don't pay attention.
That's only 1 year more than my wife and myself.
Right.
It's only 5. It's what, 5-year difference?
Yeah, it's 5 years. Danny's 4 years older than me.
I mean, that's
so.
pretty. That's
Oh, that makes
5
me Anakin.
Yeah.
honestly 5 years is pretty common though.
At my age, sure. At 21 to 16, not so much.
Yeah. No. But I mean, like,
Anakin was what?
That's
you're-
illegal.
I meant league.
I
Anakin
know.
was what? 18, 19 in Attack of the Clones.
He's not. He's.
I was meant for like
he's,
here
yeah.
and now.
So he's 19 in Attack of Clones because
Yeah.
it's 10 years later, and then he's 21 by the end of Revenge of the Sith. No, 22.
So
2021 because it's 3-year war.
I did like seeing Ben be a general again.
Yes.
Like he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm ready
yeah.
to do this."
Well, because they call him General,
Yeah.
and they say, "Hey, General, what do we do?" I do like. So I find it funny that because we talked about this in the first episode.
I'm
This
slowly
is
gonna
the
hit him with
episode-
that cup.
Yeah. This is the episode where Disney is like, "Hey, we should probably put a warning before this
Yeah.
episode."
well, they did it for the first one too. So
Yeah.
Did they?
They did, but that's because it was that same week.
yeah, it was the same.
I thought
I
they
think-
did it afterwards.
No, they just did it when they aired it.
I thought they did it afterwards because Stranger Things did it, but they didn't do it.
Maybe it's not because it's on there now. So.
Yeah, it's
it
on
must
this
be.
one.
They must have added it because I remember we talked about it.
Oh, that's
first
right.
episode.
Yeah. But it's on there now. So.
Yeah, so it's on there now. Because Stranger Things did that.
Yeah.
Because they knew. They were like,
Mm-hmm.
But back to Kenobi. Yeah, this episode they did that because they realized that flashback, which I'm surprised how far they went on that flashback.
It was good. It was a good.
It was good.
It was good. It was a good through line for the episode.
And
It's probably the best episode in the run.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and once again, honestly, it's so good because of everything leading up to it. And there were actually people that I've talked to that actually called Reva hunting Vader, like that being her goal.
Yeah. Kind of. That wasn't big a surprise for me. However, I mentioned this in the last episode. I would have rather that reveal would have been in the last episode.
Okay. Yeah, because you mentioned that there was a connection.
I
from last episode.
wanted to sit on that longer than
This episode.
this
and then-
episode.
I think she's alive still, so I think we'll
Yeah.
have more time to sit on it.
I think she's gonna spin off. That's what I've heard. So
I wanted.
I don't know. I don't trust some of these sources that are like, hey, spinoffs and season 2s, and I'm like, hold on.
Ewan's already said he's up for one though.
Yeah.
I mean, he's up for it, but I also don't trust like anybody that's not. There's certain websites I don't trust where they're just like, hey, we're gonna say season 2 and run with it, even though we don't have.
Well, you got good odds though. It's, better than
Yeah.
50.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, never tell me those. Second of all, I wanted Vader to have. I mean, it would never have happened, but I wanted him to have a dark helmet moment,
Yeah.
like when Reva goes to stab in the back, and he's like, "What do you think you're doing? That's the actual Sith way. You raise up, you get mad, you kill your master, then you're the Sith master. Do you think I didn't expect this?
Yeah. Also,
Fooled you?
yeah,
like,
we,
come on.
yeah, we were talking.
But I
about,
think he does that while like, you're not
Yeah.
touching me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boop, beep, boop.
And of
like
course-
he's doing like hand katas and just.
and of course you shared
He's
that.
basically Macarena her to death.
Yeah. And of course you shared that meme.
Opakanga.
You shared that meme in our chat of the Grand Inquisitors watching.
Yeah, it's like
the Inquisitors watching in the background, like, now tell her she's the Grand Inquisitor. Which I've
like for
I've now seen a
Impractical
couple-
Jokers.
Yeah, I've seen it a couple times now, but it's great, and it really describes because I agree. I think Vader has known for a while. Hey, she's coming for me.
Yeah.
I think he's known from the day one. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, that chick's. Okay.
Well, because he says the line, he's like, "You think I didn't see you?"
He doesn't
Right.
have to see you.
He's like, but say
Evil.
So she says she was laying there playing dead.
Yeah.
Which,
but when he stabs her in this episode, she immediately flashes back to the exact same look.
'Cause
and
I think
him coming
he's-
at her. So I think she's already got a scar.
Yeah.
There. I think
and I
that's
think
happened.
I think he stabbed in a similar spot.
Yeah.
And also, Moses Ingram is great. We've talked about that. But her acting in that scene,
Oh yeah.
like,
oh, she's the best she's been in this entire
Yep.
series.
like
in
when
this
she,
episode.
and then you see her face when she's getting stabbed. You literally, like, you can compare her with the child version of her, and you see the child in her again during that moment.
It's good
Yeah.
editing. It's very good editing.
I dig him.
And I think, that editing, while it's a team effort, wouldn't have been great without her facial expression first.
You have to have an performance. I'm not discounting that. But,
Yeah.
but we wouldn't have seen it.
Yeah,
without the
absolutely.
editing.
It's a team effort, as any film or
All
media
film
project.
is.
Yeah. So, like, and you realize why she's a graduate from one of the top schools as an acting professional, and why she's gotten
Yeah.
noticed. And I kind of want more. Honestly, I kind of hope it's correct that she's gonna get more work from Lucasfilm. I'm not expecting it though.
Well, she's got to go to Marvel now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you
And
gotta
then
get
she-
the
and
you
then
gotta
she
get
can
the
go to
Disney.
Disney
well, she's
Princess.
got to do Disney Princess, and then she's got to do
We're gonna get a live-
Pixar
we're-
film.
Is Infant Ness a Disney princess yet?
I don't know.
Not yet.
But like Moses.
She's in Willow though.
Yeah, she's in Willow.
Yeah, but Moses would be good as like if they decide to do live action Princess of the Frog, she could be Tiana.
She could be
Yeah.
Tiana.
So,
So,
I don't know.
you know,
Can she sing?
She's got to get the Disney whatever it's
The
called.
trifecta.
Yeah, well, it's
The
not really
Triple Crown.
trifecta anymore because you
The
got
triple-
Marvel, Disney, Pixar,
You don't
Lucasfilm.
have to have Pixar. To me,
Yeah,
I
you
put
do.
Pixar with their anime. To me, it's all animated. Because Ming-Na doesn't have Pixar, does she? And
Not
she's
yet.
literally been put in their Hall of Fame for having the three.
Sure.
Animated.
I would
Star
I would
Wars,
like Ming-Na.
Marvel.
I would like Ming-Na in a Pixar film.
Yeah. And she's doing that weird car commercial now. She'll be all right.
Has she done? I mean, I guess she's done TV Marvel, but I would like a film Marvel. I would like to see her in film Marvel.
Might get her Shang-Chi Chu or
Yeah.
Something.
But she's already.
Because she's Agent May. In
Yeah, but
Agents of
she,
S.H.I.E.L.D.
but
like I said,
not canon anymore.
well,
It's canon adjacent. And
Yeah, it's canon
potentially-
adjacent.
there's nothing that says
There's the multiverse is open now, baby. It's all
Yeah.
canon.
yeah, there's nothing that says it's not canon, and also at the end
Except
of
like Disney's got to kick to like
Also, the final
this-
season-
the
also-
non-canon page of Marvel.
Also, the final season of Agent, while the season 6 and 7 are where they're like get away from the films, the final season they come back to the main universe.
The one I want to see more of is the girl that plays Quake. Oh, mama.
Oh yeah,
I can't think of her name, but holy crap, she's attractive.
hold on, I got you.
Anyway,
It is. Well, come on, Chloe Bennett.
thank you. Chloe Bennett is very cute.
Yes, she is. One of my celebrity crushes. So yeah.
There you go.
But yeah, there's a lot of really good moments in this, man.
So-
The fight with the I mean we nerded out about the Vader and Reva fight.
it's the best fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like after that we were like,
Because
oh,
my favorite part of that really is that he breaks the saber in half and is like, I'm not going to fight you with my own saber. I'll
Here.
kill you with yours.
yeah.
And then takes it back from her
Right.
after she swings like
And then double-
two times, and he's like, nah.
Which we've seen Anakin do the two-handed fighting
Right.
before. So getting to see Vader do it now.
He's
But I also like that him doing just the one-handed just beat stick.
I honestly think the best moment of that fight was him not even using a lightsaber. It was him using the Force.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was absolutely.
I think my favorite moment in the entire show though is watching him catch that ship and ripping open the hull.
yeah.
And
It's a kind of Force Unleashed moment.
no,
where
it's a Force Unleashed.
Well,
No, but
hold on,
if-
no.
if-
The Force Unleashed is way more.
Well, that
over
was
the
a
top.
Star Destroyer.
It's even more over the top.
No, but
But-
it's like it's got some roots.
But the fact that we finally get Vader doing it when Starkiller's able to do it, Rey's able
Which-
to do it, and isn't Cal Kestis
well,
able? Somebody, there's
well,
a fourth
no.
one.
So we. I would argue Rey doesn't do exactly that, and also I would argue
She
that,
absolutely does over the desert. She holds that thing in space.
but she doesn't pull it down.
No, but she holds a. You do it.
First of all, that's not real.
Bullshit. You take that back.
And and of course, there's the discussion of how powerful Galen Merrick / Starkiller really is, because the novelization kind of says, "Oh, the ship was actually already falling."
It also depends on how fast you press buttons.
Yeah,
Right.
And it's the gamification of force powers.
Yeah.
Where it's just, it's
But
sa-
we
yeah.
can't all
There's
be
the thing,
Dorsk 81 though.
There's a,
Games will always make the force more powerful than it actually is.
Dorsk 81 is the most strong.
there is an argument to say a criticism is that we don't understand how the Force works.
No.
because Vader easily captures the first ship and then lets the other ship go. And so it's a fair criticism to be like, why doesn't he do it again?
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
because the plot needs them to
Right.
escape.
Well,
That's-
yeah, it's the same in any storytelling. Why
Right.
does such and such character not do this Deus Ex Machina thing they did before? Because the plot says they don't.
right. They don't. Right. That's the
Yeah.
only. And that's the only thing. I don't know if that
And
really holds up. Or
I mean,
not.
that's been Star Wars since the beginning. I mean, George has always said, "I just didn't feel like writing it that time."
But until one of them pushes an entire fleet back into hyperspace, they can't do anything.
Yeah,
Just wait for the Purgils.
yeah.
The what?
The Purgles,
The Purgils.
the Space Wells.
Space Wells. That where hyperspace comes from.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Rebels, baby.
Oh, that's right.
yeah.
No, but Dorsk 81 on the Jedi Academy.
Mm-hmm.
That fleet comes out of over Yavin, and he's like, "Nope." I mean, he dies, but he says, "Nope," and he pushes him back in hyperspace.
Yeah.
I was like, "Yes, that was awesome."
But yeah, I mean,
It's a good episode.
yeah, it's a
Yeah,
great episode.
great.
And like I
Ready for
and like
Wednesday.
the reason like I said at the beginning that this is the best example of a penultimate episode. It brings all the stuff we've seen in the previous episodes together and says, "Here's your answers,
Mm-hmm.
and here's what's gonna happen in the finale, leading up. Here's what we're doing." And so
And it's gonna be about Din Djarin.
Baby Yoda shows up and saves
yeah,
the day.
yeah.
That's right. Baby Yoda
but,
walks
I
up
mean,
and is like, "Reva, what are you doing?" It's
And
we
it-
used
yeah.
to be cool.
and I would argue it's the best penultimate
You
episode.
used to babysit me. It was great.
Yeah.
I would argue it's the best penultimate episode of any Star Wars show we've had in a while.
I'm not disagreeing.
No.
It's good.
I can't think of. Honestly, even of Rebels. While Rebels is great, I can't think of a lot of penultimate episodes that were as good.
can't ever remember a lot of second to last. I just think
I have to
Caleb.
look. I have to look.
I just think Caleb had a
No,
quota
because I
of
think
times he
the
wanted to
first
say
one's really good
penultimate.
too.
Yeah, the first one is when Kanan is
Because
captured.
captured. That's a good one. Because they blow up the communications tower.
Yeah.
That's good. What's the one before Twilight? The Apprentice. That's a good one too.
Yeah.
Because that leads them to Malachor.
Yeah.
And but I actually think the one before is the one's more important. The when they're on the temple and then
yeah, the actual
Kanan
technical penultimate episode, but it's part 1 of a part 2.
No.
No,
The one
you're talking
Kanan.
before that.
Yeah, the one where Kanan gets knighted, which I think is an episode or two before.
When they
it.
go back to the Lothal Temple.
Yeah, I think it's the one. I think it's 1 or 2 before the end, and then
I know it was a bit fiery for me to say that on this show, but
yeah, I'll defend Rebels real fast.
no, and I'm not, and of course that's not a dig at Rebels, but I mean it's the most
Rebels you can't dig. It's perfect.
but like, I don't think a Mando season has had this good of a penultimate episode. Maybe season 2 comes close.
Now let's see what the penultimate ones. Okay, so season 1's got Rebel Resolve, and that's the one where Kanan gets captured.
Yep.
And Ezra, I think it's the one Ezra reveals that they're Jedi to the guy with the broken horn. And then the second one was the penultimate one. Okay, so I think season 2 has got the mystery chopper base, which is not a good one.
No, it's not.
And the one before that's Forgotten Droid. What it
I'm
should have
looking at season 4's one right now.
So I think the Shroud of Darkness where Kanan is knighted. That should have been the one before it.
Yeah.
And then 3's got Twin Suns.
Ooh, okay, that one.
Twin Suns right before the 0 hour.
So,
So it's all
So that's probably the last really good
Twin Suns.
penultimate. Because Mando season 2 comes close. Because that's the episode with Boba, where we get Boba smacking stormtroopers with.
So do you count Fool's Hope and Family Reunion and Farewell as one episode or two?
So Fool's Hope is its own. Because I was just looking at the Wikipedia. They count that as its own.
Okay, so
And Fool's Hope is kind of weak.
I don't know. Of course it's weak. It's like nothing's greater than like in 4. Like the hardest thing in 4 is the top Jedi Knight. Kanan's death is hard to top, and they do a good job with Doom letting us mourn. But that episode is like, oh, it's a kick in the stomach.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking great episode.
Jedi Knight makes you cry, and then Doom is like.
No, Doom makes you cry.
Well, Jedi Knight starts the crying.
Right, and then you
Doom
just
is like, continue it.
And they aired them both at one time, so it was just tears for an hour for Scotty. Because I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
I knew Kanan wasn't going to make that episode.
No.
I'm such an infant.
Yeah.
On that note, this is
Yeah.
our contribution to the multiverse. Go out and make yours. And may the Force be with you.
I knew you were going to say that.
I've spoken.
This is the way.